Hey everybody, and welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at some cool English words that are really going to help you sound more confident and fluent in
Yeah.
your everyday conversations. Now, we're using this great podcast called English How-To and Tips as our
Mm-hmm.
guide, and specifically an episode called 10 Words to Boost Your English.
I like it.
So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all of our awesome deep dives like this one.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's amazing how much power these simple words have, right? They're like the foundation of any language. Once you master them, you can build anything.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
having the right tools for the job.
Yeah.
And the best part is we're talking about words that you can start using right away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to wait until you're an English expert.
Right. These words are for everyone, whether you're just starting out or you've been learning English for a while.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. The first two words on our list are all about greetings.
Okay.
Hello and goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
You probably already know these. But have you thought about how important they are for making a good impression?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Think of hello as a friendly handshake. It's a way to open a conversation and show that you're happy to be talking to someone.
Yeah, and goodbye is like closing the door gently
Mm-hmm.
after you leave a room.
Mm-hmm.
It's polite and shows that you respect the other person's time.
Exactly. And don't forget, you can use different versions of hello and goodbye depending on the situation.
Oh,
Like hi and bye are great for informal settings, while good morning and good evening are more formal.
oh, that's a good point. It's like choosing the right outfit for
Yeah.
different occasions.
Exactly.
All right. Moving on to words number 3 and 4. Please and thank you. I think we can all agree that these are like magic words, right?
They really are. Please turns a demand into a request. It shows that you're considerate of the other person.
Yeah, it's like adding a little bit of sugar to your coffee. It just makes everything a bit sweeter.
Mm-hmm. And thank you is like a little gift you give to someone for doing something for you. It shows that you appreciate their effort.
And a little appreciation goes a long way. It makes everyone feel good.
Right.
All right, let's shift gears to some action.
Okay.
Words number 5 and 6 are go and come. These words are all about movement.
Yeah, go is used when someone moves away from the speaker, like I go to the store.
And come is used when someone moves toward the speaker,
Mm-hmm.
like come to my house.
Right. It's all about where the speaker is in relation to the action.
I see. And these words can be used for so many things, talking about your daily routine, making plans, giving directions. They're super versatile.
Absolutely. Now get ready to ask some questions, because up next are what and where.
Okay.
These are your go-to words for finding out information.
So what is used to ask about things like, what is your name? Or what is this?
And where is used to ask about places, like where is the library or where are you going?
So these words are like keys that unlock the mysteries of the world. You can use them to learn about anything and everything. Okay, we're almost done with our first 5 words. The last 2 are happy and sad,
Okay.
which are all about expressing your feelings.
It's so important to be able to tell people how you're feeling. Even if you're just starting to learn English, happy means you feel good, and sad means you feel bad.
Right, everyone feels happy and sad sometimes.
Yeah.
It's part of being human,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to express those feelings helps us connect with other people.
Exactly. So don't be afraid to use these words, even if you're not sure you're saying them perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people are kind of nervous about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered our first 5 words. That was a lot of information. But don't worry, we'll be back in part 2 to dive even deeper into each of them.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some common mistakes to avoid and even some fun ways to practice using these words in your everyday life.
I like it.
So we'll be right back after a short break.
Sounds good.
Don't go anywhere.
Hashtag Deep Dive episode part 2 of 3. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
I'm so excited to keep exploring these simple yet powerful English words with you.
Me too.
I think we've already covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much more to discover.
Yeah.
Let's start by revisiting those friendly greetings. Hello and goodbye.
Even though these words seem basic, there are some nuances to using them correctly. For instance, hello is usually used in informal situations like when you're talking to friends or family.
Right, like you wouldn't say hello to the Queen of England, would you?
Probably not. In more formal situations, you'd want to use something like good morning or good evening. It shows respect and awareness of social customs.
I see. So it's all about reading the room and choosing the greeting that fits the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What about goodbye? Are there any tricky situations to watch out for there?
Well, one common mistake is using goodbye when a more casual farewell would be better. Like if you're just running into a friend at the grocery store, a simple bye or see you later is more appropriate.
That makes sense. It's like wearing a suit to a pool party. It just doesn't quite fit.
Right.
Now let's talk about those politeness powerhouses. Please and thank you. These words can really make a difference in how people perceive you.
Absolutely. Using please shows that you respect the other person's time and effort. It softens your requests and makes them more likely to want to help you.
It's like saying, I value you and your willingness to help me.
Mm.
And thank you is all about expressing gratitude.
Exactly. It acknowledges the other person's actions and shows that you appreciate them. And don't be afraid to get creative with your thank yous. Instead of just saying thank you could say thanks a bunch or I really appreciate it.
Ooh, those are great. It's like adding a little extra sparkle to your words. Now let's get those legs moving and talk about go and come. These action words can be a little tricky for English learners because they depend on the speaker's perspective.
That's right. Go is used when the movement is away from the speaker. For example, I go to school every day.
And come is used when the movement is towards the speaker, like come sit with me.
Exactly. It can be confusing at first, but with practice, it'll become second nature. Imagine yourself giving directions to a friend. You could say, go straight ahead, then turn left. My house is the second one on the right. Come on in.
Yeah, I love that example. It really paints a picture in your mind. Okay, let's switch gears to those question words. What and where? These are like your trusty detective tools for getting information.
What is your go-to word for asking about things? Like, what is your favorite color? Or what are you doing this weekend?
And where is all about finding out locations, like
Ugh.
where is the nearest coffee shop?
Ah,
Or where did you put my keys?
these questions might seem simple, but they're essential for navigating the world around you. And as you get more comfortable with English, you can start building more complex questions using these words as a foundation.
It's like starting with a simple sketch and then adding more details to create a masterpiece. Now let's dive into the world of emotions with happy and sad. These words might seem basic, but they're incredibly powerful for connecting with others.
Being able to express your feelings is essential, even if you're just using simple words. Telling someone you're happy or sad can help them understand you better and build stronger relationships.
It's like opening a window into your heart and letting people see what's inside. And remember, it's okay to not feel happy all the time. Everyone experiences a range of emotions, and it's healthy to express them authentically.
Absolutely. And as your English skills grow, you can start using more descriptive words to express the nuances of your feelings. But happy and sad are great starting points for building your emotional vocabulary.
You know, we've covered so much in this deep dive, but I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
I agree.
There's so much more to explore with these 10 words. But I think it's important to remember that language learning is a journey, not a race. Just keep practicing and have fun with it.
Great advice. Hashtag TTS The Deep Dive episode 2025-0111, part 3 of 3.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. It's time to wrap up our exploration of these 10 simple but mighty English words that can really boost your conversational skills.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? From greetings to actions to emotions, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have, and I have to say, I'm really impressed with how much we've managed to unpack
Yeah.
with just 10 words. It just goes to show you that sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to remember that these 10 words are just the beginning. They're the foundation for building a strong vocabulary and becoming a confident English speaker.
So true. It's like learning the alphabet before you can write a novel. You need those basic building blocks to create something amazing.
Exactly. And speaking of building, I'd love to give our listeners a little challenge to help them take these 10 words to the next level. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I love a good challenge.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
I challenge you to take each of these words and brainstorm a list of synonyms or related words. For example, instead of just saying happy, you could say joyful, cheerful, or delighted.
That's a fantastic idea. It's like taking those basic colors and mixing them to create a whole rainbow of expressions.
Exactly. And as you explore those synonyms, you'll not only expand your vocabulary, but also deepen your understanding of the nuances of the English language.
It's like going from a black and white photo to a full color masterpiece. Suddenly everything is so much more vibrant and alive.
And remember, the best way to learn these new words is to actually use them in real conversations. Don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes. That's how you'll really solidify your understanding.
Couldn't agree more. Mistakes are just proof that you're learning and growing, so embrace them and keep practicing.
Now, before we say goodbye for today, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. Remember that learning a language is a journey, not a destination. There will always be new words to learn and new challenges to overcome. But with patience, persistence, and a positive attitude, you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
Beautifully said. And a huge thank you to our listeners for joining us on this incredible deep dive into the power of simple English words. We hope you've learned a lot and are feeling inspired to keep practicing and expanding your English skills.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more insightful explorations just like this one. We'll be back soon with another fascinating topic to dive into.
Until next time, happy learning.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.